occurred to you that those that you refer to as outcasts outclass you in the society? What you call custom and tradition is against human rights and freedom from discrimination. Never again shall the Osu be disinherited, ostracized, or refuse becoming members of social clubs, disallowed from receiving chieftaincy titles, deprived of property, and not allowed to marry the freeborn. Never again.
My name is T.T. Temple, an elder in the church, right inside the church, very close to the altar. A Nollywood act. Well, I'm playing the king, that is the Igwe. Eze Nwa. The Ezi of Eziala. He's a king of the community called Eziala. And then he's a good king, so to say. There are issues that he's trying to put his feet down so that the community will toe the line. And so that's the challenges that he has as a king here. He's a man that I've known for a long time. He's a good director, and he's directing and producing here, so he has a whole load of job on his head, and yet he manages to do it well and to flow with the actors and the actresses and the crew. You know, it's been nice working with him right here now. Yeah, the crew, they are good professionals that I see here. The DOP Adams, Uma, wonderful person. The continuity and all the rest of them, a team, a crew that is very professional, doing their job very well. The sound man, everybody, the equipment are right, and we have very great actors here, veterans here, so it's a gathering of veterans. So to say, we have Clemson Hameze, we have Ajebo, Steve, Mechi Monago is here, one of the most senior men in this business. We have Vitalis in Dubisi, you can see the kind of people we have here. We have Bruno here, and then we have Link is here, Chups Chaik is playing the prince, my prince, and a whole lot of other beautiful, wonderful, very good actors and actresses. It's nice working with everybody here. Thank you.
The name is Amechi Monago. By his grace, a Nollywood star. The role is all about trying to bring out what has been troubling our society, something that has not made us to rest, something that kind of bringing discrimination when it is not necessary, when it is not to be. Because you look at the so-called Osu, outcast, freeborn, you have no locus to say that what God created is not good. There is no difference between anybody, and we must live with that oneness, because that is just what creation is all about. You cannot differentiate. You cannot say you, that you don't know even how you come onto this earth, is different from this one. This one is from this one. Therefore, you don't communicate. It's not proper. That is what we are trying to project in this movie. And thank God the actors that are doing it is interpreting it very well.
We, the Bunde Diala, Bob Freeport.
Ichie Isiguzo, can you tell me the major difference between you and the so-called outcasts? I challenge you and any of you in the name of the gods to walk out here free if he feels that he is not guilty of the offense.
Director, I've been working with him for years, and he has no problem. Very seasoned, and a man that knows what he's doing. You see him always calm. Does not mean that he cannot slap you. Provoke him to a level, you see slap. But ordinarily, nice guy. He knows what to do. He knows when to help artists. He knows when to correct. He is all. Not only he directs not only the cast, the crew, and the entire team.
Do you have his film now? Stanley. Please do that. On action, you write. It's been too short. And action.
So he's a good director and one of the foremost directors that we have here in Nigeria. So people use him. Chris Ogekalo, he has done wonderful movies in the past.
My name is Chris Ogekalo. I'm a filmmaker, director, producer, and a scriptwriter. I'm a good storyteller as well. The title of this one is Silent Prejudice. Talking about challenges. There's no good venture in life that does not have its challenges. I think the challenges with this one is normal, except for the fact that this one has so much stars. It's so star-studded. You can imagine in one set you're having over 10 or 12, 13 stars on the same set. And these stars, as their name implies, they are stars. There's a way you treat them. You have to manage them in such a way that they will not lose it. They will not go on set feeling deprived of anything or in a low mood. You have to try as much as you can to balance the work proper and their welfare and social life. That is number one. Number two is the type of story we are treating. So many people have attempted dealing with this story, a story that has to do with also caste system. A lot of us are so much deep neck into it that it has become like a taboo to even talk about it. But now here we're bold enough to decide to talk about it in the other way around, not as in projecting it, where we try to look at it from the other point of view. And we try to look at it logically. Now, trying to bring logic into it, trying to bring the human factor into it. Yes, if we inherited this culture and tradition from our great grandparents, for our forefathers, yes, we have practiced it over the years. Yes, people have been stigmatized. Yes, people have been hurt. Yes, people have felt good that they are freeborn and they are born with no dent. They are superior to other human beings. But yes, this also comes with a kind of burden, a kind of challenge, and the challenge is upholding this culture, upholding this tradition. Do we still maintain the principles guiding this culture, this tradition? Do we still abide by the rules and regulations guiding this culture and tradition? The answer is no.
Chris Ogekalo has been an old good friend of mine, all the way back. I'm glad, though he left the industry for a while, for good. He's back and back with, full force, coming up with very well exciting projects. This happens to be one of them. A highly intelligent young man who knows his onions. I'm happy once again that I was called up to be part of this production.
This team actually, from the storyline, is a wonderful one. I've been in this industry for long and I've done quite a lot of stories and movies on Osu. But this actually is giving us the deep meaning and causes of the friend Osu. Why are people called Osu? It's not just why they are called Osu, why are they Osu? This is what the script is telling you. The story is very, very good. It's historical, it's entertaining, and it's something that will teach you things you don't know. All the movies and stories we've told about Osu is telling the problem of Osu, is telling who is an Osu, is telling what an Osu should do and what an Osu should not do. But this is telling us who and why these people are called Osu.
I hereby announce the appointment of Vincent Otammiri as the next Onowu of our kingdom. Vincent, here.
Hey! What? Hey! Abomination! Hey!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Iche, listen. I'm here with my wife and my brother to thank you. That I'm the owner of this community today is because of your preaching. Reverend, you have been our voice, our advocate, and in fact you have waged war against the evil practice of referring to some people as Osu, treating them as worthless and inferior people in the community. This story is going to tell you a lot. The director, who is equally the producer, Chris Carlo, is a wonderful person. He's a very detailed director, and the actors on set are first-class actors. What I'm happy being among these actors, some of them have not acted with them for years, and today we are together, try to give the proper interpretation to a wonderful script. And what do I want to tell you? Please, when this film comes out, try and get one so that you will properly be informed about the causes, about who is, about the problems, the management, and everything about the Osu caste. But before then, please remember, we are one.
Well, the role is very reputable. I mean, she's the wife of a reverend who exudes wisdom, who would always want to temper justice with mercy, who understands the traditions and the culture of the people concerning the issues bordering on Osu caste system. And she just happens to be the wife of the reverend, who is also soliciting for some sort of cultural balance to people to be able to accept the Osu. There is no such thing, there shouldn't be any segregation of any kind, or ostracization of anyone who is born out of the Osu belief or whatever. So that's the role I'm playing. Well, this is my first time working with Chris Ogekalu, and I want to believe that he's very astute. He's a director's delight who wants to also embrace the other opinions of his actors and even his crew members. So he's an amazing person to work with, a team player, and someone that understands temperaments of his characters, of his stars on set. So he knows when they're tired, he knows when they need a drink, he knows when it's time to call it a day. He's very sensitive and very mature. I like him.
I'm playing the role of Igwe, and the objective of the whole thing is casting away Osu system in Igbo land. That is paganism, idolatry of the highest order. In the name of God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and on behalf of Okere's family, I bless the marriage of our daughter, Isabel, and Prince Ahanna. And I want to use this opportunity to declare that Osu system is cast out of this kingdom. All of us are one, and nobody is going to be Osu anymore. I ban Osu system in this our land. How can somebody created by God be made an outcast? It's sickening. It's sad. And I think after this movie, Igbos will have a rethink about this Osu system. This thing is killing the custom and tradition of our people. Fantastic director. We've been friends for over 25 years. It's not the one that pushes you under pressure. He wants you to take your time. And you can see all the professionals here are not yesterday men.
Hi, my name is Chooks Chaik. I'm a filmmaker, precisely an actor on this set, and I'm playing the character Prince Ahanna. Prince Ahanna is the son of the king of Isiala, and funny enough, he is not a direct son, what you can call an illegitimate son. But it didn't just stop there. he is also an Osu, what is called an outcast in Igbo land. So you can imagine when the only son of the reigning king is an outcast, because the mother that gave birth to him is an outcast.
Who is the crown prince?
Are you mad?
Anna is not a prince. Anna is not a prince, although, yes, the blood stream, there is a royal activity, but he's not a legitimate son of the king.
What are you talking about? Is something wrong with you?
The reason is this: your mother was not married. Her bride price was not paid.
Are you okay?
Is something wrong with you? The butterfly, Urububa, can never be a bird, although it takes itself to be a bird. You, Prince, Iyo.
I need you to marry my mother, the woman that gave me life.
What the hell are you talking about? That woman died 30 years ago.
Father, it is our tradition.
Who told you that it's our tradition to marry a dead woman?
Father, one day I am going to be king. I need to know the traditions of our people.
So that is who the prince is. He has everything he has ever wanted. Schooled abroad, very articulated. As you can see, he's handsome as well. But his birthright is just about to be denied of him. Because he's an outcast, he cannot be the next heir to the throne, which his father is really, really troubled about. Well, the director is one of the best directors I've ever worked with, because this story precisely is a very technical story. It's not a story that every director, even some very what you will call top class directors, might just get it all wrong. It's a docu-film, what I call a documentary film. Why? Because it's a story that will educate generations to come about the Osu theory, which is outcast, which is a very major issue in Igbo land. So making a story like this and delivering it right is critical. It's something very, very sensitive, and he did justice to the film. As far as I'm concerned, he is one of the best hands to handle a story like this, and I give thumbs up to him. He is awesome. Chris Ogekalo. The cast and the crew. For a very, very long time, I've not done a movie that had so much cast. In this film, we had approximately 15 celebrities on set from day one to the last day. And you know what that is. When we say about 15 celebrities, veteran actors, young actors, Now, then we're talking about the props and the set. We're talking about the costumes. Everything was just perfect, and there was so much love shared on set. There was never a day we woke up and two people were quarreling for anything whatsoever, no matter how small it was. We didn't experience something like that. What it simply means is love was shared. The veterans, shared their knowledge with the young ones like us, and it was just awesome. Okay, what you should expect from this film is absolute knowledge. When I mean absolute knowledge, if you've seen those foreign films like Troy, like Hercules, like even Jesus of Nazareth, movies that generations and generations and generations and generations to come will see, is one of those films. And I can assure you, you will not have any reason to stand up from your seat till you see the end. It means that the story is fantastic, and the actors did justice to every part of it.
What we are trying to say here is that all of us are contaminated, and if just by mere interaction, by mere buying and selling, or buying or selling to outcasts, one has become Osu, then we are all culprits. We are all culprits, and as such, does not qualify anymore to ascribe somebody as an outcast.
My name is Afia Fulagombaka. I am an actor on this set and I am playing the role of Nzenwadike. His character actually portrayed part of the people in the society who actually will tell you good morning when they never meant it. And in the film that we're working on, Nzenwadike happened to be one of them who actually in the daytime will stigmatize the story we are trying to portray, the Osuka system. He dine, wine, frolic with them in the night, but in the daytime he still tries to play the freeborn.
It seems I'm pregnant again. Pregnant.
You do not know she's from Ndiosu. Yeah? You don't know that this woman is from Ndiosu. What? In the daytime, Ndiosu, Aban, she was your favorite for her 20. You know, I'm telling you, will you shut up your mouth? What is your problem? Shut up. My problem is that she's an outcast in the daytime. In the night,
Chris Ogekalo. Let me start by saying this is the first time I'm working with him, though I've known him for a while now, and coming close to work with him, I can tell you he's someone, when he says yes, his yes means yes. He's humane, he's mundane, and as a director, he would always like to feel what you feel as a person, as a character on his set, and he's also empathic, carrying people along, and he's somebody to work with.
There will be a lot of controversy. Why did the Reverend die? Somebody preaching against, somebody preaching in favor of Osu. He's not afraid of Osu in his village. He's preaching against it in Diala, praying that we all are freeborn, we all are the same, we all are one. There should be love behind us. And here in his village, he is afraid of his people, giving his daughter to an Osu man.
You must draw the line between what the tradition says and what religion says. What you preach and what you practice. The bottom line is that our daughter Isabella will not marry an Osu, an outcast.
We have come to warn you. We have come to warn you. This grievous mistake that you are about to make can or still be avoided.
We've never seen such a thing before. It has never happened. Somebody kicking against something, and now he's afraid of that thing he's kicking against, to the extent of him taking his life. There are a lot of controversies in this, and it's going to generate a lot of waves in the society. People will come to know that yes, Osu should be abolished. We all are one. There is nothing like this one is inferior and this one is superior.
It's a very interesting role. I must say this is the first time I'm playing as a princess, and I'm loving it. I feel so good working with him because this is not the first time I'm working with him, and I like his directing. He's a good director. You know, he's a kind of person that everybody will want to work with. You know, when you're set with him, you're sure of getting it right.
Apart from the stars, the artists, we had a great crew. The director of photography is a veteran he has shot several blockbusters. Adam Sumar. We have a lot of great artists, great cast, great crew, great location, great costume. You can see the costume. We try to play very, very high class royalty to depict what our people are ordinarily. Our people are people of class. Our people are people of affluence. We cannot take it away from our people. You watch out for this great movie. It's an eye-opening production. from DMI stable, and by God's grace, that's my prayer, that's my motive, that's what I want to achieve, to see if we can bridge this gap by special grace of God. Thank you.